Yeah, guys. How's it going? Did I even change the date on here? I made that title so goddamn long, I don't even know what it was. Yeah, I did. Congratulations. Sorry about that, guys. So, what's happening? Oh. You know, things happen to you in life sometimes, and the cool thing about it is when certain things happen. I'm not talking about trolls, by the way, which I'll get in that in a minute, but certain things you can't control and certain things you can control. So you deal with the things that you can control. Seems about as simple as possible. And the things that you can't control, you ignore it. You move on. You take care of yourself and your family. And that's all there is to it. So, I got lots of examples tonight. Holy crap. First, I was just going to talk about some trolls, and then I I was looking for a nice little screenshot or something, and I was kind of tease what I've been up to, and then I realized, oh crap, I didn't save all the work I was doing last night. So, not the end of the world. It was I don't know, a couple hours of my time, but at least now I know how I was doing it, so I'll just have to do it again. Shit happens. So yeah, what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah. Hey guys, how's it going? So hopefully I can keep you. I'll make it interesting. Oh, that only I can make interesting, if you know what I mean. So if you're in for a good rant or two or three, you'll get it. So, trolls, your values and caring about what other people think. So, let's take a look at, first of all, a couple pictures, which I thought was kind of cool. And I'm not talking about these cool-looking pictures. We'll just go into some of the things I thought were kind of good. Of course, I got the Creepy Joe image here. That offends some people, apparently. Or gets people all riled up or whatever, but it's just like, yeah, whatever. I could care less about either of them personally. They do what they want to do. One guy's in solitary confinement right now, which personally I don't think he should be, but he is. That's the way there is. One guy's a president who shouldn't be. He is. But that's the way it is. Can I control that? No. Do I care? No. Whatever. Doesn't affect my life. I don't even live in the United States, so it don't matter to me anyways. But I got other things to work on. Trolls. Trolls. That's an interesting one. It's kind of funny because trolls works in two ways. You can be called a troll, and then on one hand, I don't know if you could call it you're trolling everybody. People who use that word, and it's just like, okay, well, here's I have no idea what this is. I don't follow most cartoons or TV shows or pop culture or mainstream, but I thought that was kind of cute. But what else do I got? Oh yeah. So that was that. I'll talk about trolls too. Stanford, where are you? I'll go into the before and afters shortly. Oh, there you are. So that's how I had things looking on the Stanford, which I'm working on, obviously. If you're wondering what the hell that is, for some people, I'm like, what the hell's that? I had the comment the other day, what the hell's that? Not too sure what you're doing. I'm like, well, I've been working on it, and apparently I thought I had gone in the other day or I was going in tonight. I was gonna pop that image in there and think, well, okay. So I got all kinds of different projects here, but I mean it's already open. Did I open it already? I guess it did. Okay, got it. Oh shit, yeah, it's already open. So yeah, that was then, and this is now. Back to square one, I guess. Yeah, they don't give you. I don't know what happened exactly. I'm trying to figure out if I shut down the computer. I doubt it. I'm not even going to test this. I don't care. It's gone now, anyways. So I'm back to these little guys here, and I got to space that all out. And, you know, it's a couple hours lost. No big deal. Life goes on. I've wasted more than a couple hours. Don't worry, I'm not going to waste this entire 2 hours just rambling. I don't know if I can ramble that long. I'll try to make it interesting, though. Anybody want to say hi or what? I keep going to the chat. Everybody used to chat with me, and I wasn't paying attention, and then I pay attention to chat, and nobody's there. But people are there. Say hi. Don't be afraid. At least for now. Pretty soon I'm going to go into something. But, in fact, I might as well go into it again. Might as well just start working on this, right? What are we at here? Yeah. It's okay. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. Okay, yeah. Well, this is from the. God dang, where am I? Get in the office, you idiot. Okay. I thought I saw more somewhere. Where did I see it? Yeah. Okay, we're back to that. Well, that's not too bad. I just have to space that out again. Those were too tight together. That was some time, so I didn't lose the entire time. I actually at least got around to doing this. I have to space this out differently. I got to update the image and everything, but there it is. What it is. This is too big. I've been looking at what this is. Of course, when I say dispatcher, this is what I'm going for. Where am I going for? Let's find something here. I'll give you. We'll go with CTC. That ain't it. We'll go with CTC dispatcher. That's it. That's more like it. I had a really good one the other day I was using. I thought was awesome. Is that the one? That could be. No. Oh, maybe it was. No. This one I could go right into it, and it was an awesome image. Oh god, that's too old. I want to be able to see the colors. That's an interesting one. Wow. What is this one? Western Development Museum. Canadian Pacific Railway Dispatchers Board. That's interesting. Well, that's cool. That's an interesting board that they used. Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Interesting. Yeah, no, I was going to be talking about trolls, and then I just said, see how important trolls are in my life? I don't care. We'll get there eventually. I will talk about trolls, though. I promise. That's not too bad. Oh, come on. Give me a real image. I had a full screen image. It was awesome. These images suck. I mean, they don't suck. They just... They're not giving me the full picture here. Oh, man. Not the black and white ones, not the... I don't want the modern ones either. I'm going for the old school. I guess I could take a look at this one. It says, oh, come on. That's a model railroad version. I mean, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. We'll just go with this. I just wish it was a full screen, but unfortunately, it is what it is when you go into Google Images. So, blah blah blah. I believe that's yellow. See, it's not even on. I want the one that's on. No. Sorry, guys. I'll find it. I had it the other night. I was using it. I should have saved the link to it. Oh, that's an old one. I really wanted to take a look at that one. That was a Wikipedia version, though. This might not be too bad. That's to control model railroads. Oh. I think I'm in a wrong search. Okay. I think that's the one. That's the one. Okay, that's the one I wanted to show you. So, the way I have it right now, it's taking up the full room. And I kind of like this one better. So I may do something like that and change it up a little bit. Have the rest of the room in the background and, you know, go from there. I don't even know if this is I believe this is a model railroad version, which is okay, because it looks super spot on to some of the ones I've seen. So yeah, I'll let you look at that. I'm going to talk about trolls real quick, and then, you know, I'll probably get back to work. Trolls, your values, caring about what other people think. Okay, yeah, this is all related, believe it or not. I don't know why. It just is. So yeah, let's get the trolls out of the way. Let's deal with that. Get that out of the way and then move on. So yeah, I wish I could. I'm not even gonna bother you mentioning the person's name. I don't care. It was over at Train Sim. The forum post is gone now. It wasn't somebody trolling me per se. I think he was it was kind of weird because he started a message and he didn't get the response that he was looking for. Either that or he got the response he was looking for and he was ready to attack the entire world. I have no idea. But eventually, and I predicted it early on. I've gone on to YouTube and I've ranted about my messages being blocked or deleted from Train Sim so many times. I'm still using Train Sim. You know, there was a time where I wasn't going to use it. There was a time where I asked Nels to, you know, I asked Dale. I asked, I think, one of the other mods or whatever. I said, just remove my membership. And I think I even went so far as to messaging Nels and saying, you know, why don't you just remove my membership? And then it's that, and I think I was doing that to basically turn it from no longer in my control to something I can't control. But you see, I had total control at that point. I could do whatever the hell I wanted to. So, some things I can control as to, what they decide to do with their own forums. It's their forums. Do whatever the hell they want. So I saw a message the other day, and I hadn't replied to it right away. I don't think I did. But it was in the Iran Trains forums, and I don't really follow what the hell's going on with trains. My son's still into it. I'm not. But apparently, there was a post earlier. This is kind of funny. There was a post, and I don't want to talk too long about this because honestly, it's a waste of time talking about it. But I just thought I'd share it. And I what's sad about it is this person's probably following my channel. I don't know how the blocks work on my channel because I blocked him from it. I blocked him from the chat. He started coming in. There's more than one troll. Actually, there's a second troll I'll mention too, which I can and can't control. It's two different methods there, but so you get them all the time. It's like people need to relax and lighten up. It's like you take the internet that serious. You're you don't have a life. I'm sorry. You need to seek mental help. I don't know what the hell it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've gone off on things. I have spent way too much time on certain things. I'm only doing this for entertainment purposes and to give you guys a chuckle. And so far I got your attention. That's cool. 2 people. I get mocked for that. You only got 2 people in your live stream. Like, yeah, so big deal. I talk to 2 people, it's better than nothing. And even if I don't, I have 500 some odd subscribers. Don't care. I must be, and I still get the views. So whatever. And this is my way of just kind of not keeping my thoughts to myself, but just saying what's on my mind. And I even mentioned it to this guy. I said, I said, I think it was in a message, and I said, what you should do is start a YouTube channel and get a following, because he has this grievance with, was N3V or whoever the hell those guys are. Whatever. Like, they're not going to take anything. I was looking at the particulars of it. I don't think he has solid ground to stand on personally, but it's not my business. If he wants to go and sue them, go ahead, have fun. He wants to waste his money and time, go ahead. And not everything in life is fair. Maybe there's wrongdoing here. I don't know. Don't care personally. It's just like, I don't use trains anymore, but I really don't care. I'm not going to join a bandwagon to a bunch of people who have grievances with trains. I have more issues with Run 8 that's still on my system. And it's like, I don't care. I can't control that. I can't control when Run 8 wants to do something, or when they want to update the website, or speak to some of the people that actually put them there. Not just all their buddies, not just the ones that are their fanboys, but the ones that actually put them there. The ones that actually put some of those people that are now part of the ones that are into that group. I can't tell you how many people I helped sell a copy to. So what? I can't tell you how much people who are probably still subscribers to this channel who hear what I say, and somehow it influences a bunch of decisions or a bunch of opinions and all kinds of weird crap because of I guess my following or something, or my reach, or I don't know what. It's like whatever. So I influence people. Whoopie-doo. It's like there's a lot of people that influence me. I'm just what do they call it? Passing the cup. Doesn't sound right. Passing something, not passing gas. Maybe I don't know. Pass it along. I don't know what the hell. All these freaking terms in psychology. I mean, I'm just trying to share some of my own little psychology about this as well, while I look at the CTC board panel. Let me just go to my background for a second. If I'm going to talk about trolls, at least look at some real images. I mean, don't get me wrong, that wasn't a real image. That's an awesome image. But here, anybody here? Not you. There we go. We'll go back to that in a bit. So, yeah. So, it's like, and I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden, I sent he sent a private message to me saying, "Watch your back." The hell? And so I've been warned before. He said, "Sean, you got to watch out for these people. These mentally deranged people. They're gonna come stalk you. I mean, you got your real name out there, Sean. What are you doing? They're just looking out for me." I'm like, yeah. And the crazy thing is, my son could probably kick their ass. Because here's what I know. I know my son's training. And I know he can defend himself probably better than I can defend myself. But I've learned a thing or two from him. Not saying he's my sensei or anything, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm not worried about my son's safety. He'll be fine. I concern about him in the future and a few other things, but I ain't worried about this. If I thought my son was in danger, no. So, you know, I'm not that hard to find. You think I care if somebody comes up to me? You know, I watch your back. It's like, and I'm telling you, with this whole pandemic crap going on, a lot of people are losing their freaking minds. They're losing, you know, they've lost so much. You know, I feel bad. I don't feel bad for them individually because I don't know them. But can I control that? Not really. Can we as a society help? Yeah. But how much can you do that's going to influence others? Not much, barely. So what? It's like, I mean, you can't, you know, how many, you know, groups are you going to join, or how many, you know, like, what are you going to do? You're going to, you know, you try to rally the troops and vote for a certain candidate, like our premier in our province, who's a total dipshit, who I voted for, who's totally gone way off the rocker on the left field. I mean, you know, he played for the right side of the field, and I think he got confused like a little 6-year-old, and you know, who was playing you know, one of these sports, and all of a sudden, you know, no, not a 6-year-old. 6-year-olds are too intelligent for that. Say like a 4-year-old playing sports. I remember seeing this clip once where the kid ended up playing for the other side because I don't know, he liked the color of the jerseys or something. I have no idea what the hell our premier is doing, or what bribes he's taken. I really don't give a rat's ass. The majority of politicians out there, they go in with good. I think they go in with good. They go in with a good conscience or good ideas, and they get easily corrupted, especially if they're not with strong character. There's some good ones out there, but Not that many. Um, Few and far between. Put it that way. It doesn't matter if you're left, right. It really doesn't matter. I lean more to right, but it's kind of funny. I mean, just like, oh yeah, you're a conservative. You're one of those. You're one of those. Oh, what was the one that came at me the other day? We're talking more trolls. Oh yeah, you're one of those um, neoconservative Trump loving supporter and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, right. I mean, I thought Trump was okay. I don't think he was as bad as everybody portrayed him to be, but that's the mainstream media for you. Do I think Trump is perfect? No. Do I think Trump is, do I think he's corrupt? Absolutely. I'll say that right there. I don't give a rat's ass if that offends people on the right. Hey, I might as well offend everybody. Let's talk. Yeah, I don't want to talk about politics. Screw that. Forget that. You like whoever the hell you like. You believe in whatever you want to believe. You want to believe whatever you want to believe in the pandemic. Go ahead and believe it. I don't give a rat's ass. You believe what you want to believe. I won't even touch that right now. As far as I could talk about that. Here's the thing, and eventually you're going to talk so much that you're going to offend everybody. That's just the way it is. You're going to talk so much that you're going to offend. It's the people that I want are the ones who aren't going to be worried about that we have differing opinions. We should all have differing opinions. The people that I want to be associated with or want to have a following with are people that don't get easily wound up just because of what people believe in or stuff like that. If you're a good person, if you're genuinely a good person, it doesn't matter what religion, what ethnicity you are, what the color of your skin is, what politics you believe in or don't believe in or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're a good person. And there's a lot of good people out there. And I think my faith in the world is that there is a lot of good people out there. And unfortunately, good people sometimes have bad things happen to them. And sometimes they get so wound up in this crap that they end up becoming psycho. They get so worn down by the system. They think the whole freaking world is against them. It's like, and I see this. I see this in people. I've been to the point where I've lived paycheck to paycheck. It's not fun. And trust me, I can tell you right now, within the last, actually this week, I can tell you right now, I probably will be facing a point where I'm going to have to seek legal help. And it's going to be on two fronts. And I'll give you a hint. It has to do with what I want to put into my body. And it has to do with the people who are... No. It doesn't have to do with necessarily what I want to put in my body or what I want my son to have put into his body. You can guess it. I'm not even going to talk about it. You connect the dots. But those two things right now, I am going on two fronts. And they're all related. One has to do with my son, and one has to do with me professionally. And I knew it was coming down to it. I could sense it coming. I had some warning shots coming my way, and I just could tell. I could tell something was happening. Yeah, even today at work, I could tell something was happening. Nobody had to say a thing to me. I could just tell something was happening. Just the mannerisms and all the other stuff, I could tell. and nobody has talked to me. I've I've given my I've given my view on it, and I said if there's any problem, let me know. I haven't heard nothing. I'm like, okay, I guess there's no problem, right? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe maybe they think the law's going a certain way, and perhaps the media is spinning it a certain way. I don't know, but there's one thing when politicians, put it this way, politicians can talk about doing certain ways. Eventually, they push hard enough, and then they get a class action lawsuit on their ass, and then they back off. They back off real quick. I've seen them do it. And we're talking about people in power. They will back off. So, I can't do anything next week. I'm going to be helping cover for somebody who's away next week at work, but probably the following week I will be seeing my lawyer because I'm going to start dealing with this shit. Those are things I can control. You see what I mean? Worry about the things you can control. Don't worry about the things you can't control. What else can I control? Well, I can control who I block from my channel. I can control who I block on a forum. If I want to ignore somebody on a forum, well, guess what? They're on my ignore list. I don't have a huge list. For either, the Train Sim forum, for example, or my channel. I don't have a huge list. I would say it's probably, I can count them on two hands. That's not bad considering how long my channel's been up and how long I've been a member of Train Sims, so it's not too bad. And there's a lot of people who who I agree to disagree with out there too. And there's people, we've clashed a little bit, but for the most part, we're civil about it. We'll throw a few insults at each other. But I can tell they're the type of person that, despite us clashing, we move on. And sometimes we agree. We agree on things. So I think right there, it's like, yeah, they're a good person. We're not always going to agree. So what? Move on. And we can settle our differences. We don't have to go to private messages and all this other crap. And we'll be right on the forum settling it. It's like, it's no big deal. I don't think any go down on them, and they don't of me. There's some places it's just like, whoops. They take you out of, they take you out. You're in a beta team, and suddenly you're not in a beta team because you do something that supposedly is detrimental to their software or their image or something, even though you're trying to help your own user base out, which comes priority one to me anyways. My user base and my followers and those that use the systems like RTS that I've had, they're the ones I care about the most. My followers, the ones who still subscribe to me, those are the ones I care about the most. They're the ones that I'm gonna go for bat for. Not somebody I'm on a beta team. And yeah, okay, I signed non-disclosure agreements and all that stuff. That's fine. I know I'm not breaking them, so whoopee-doo. But I'm also not on a vendetta going on about, and trust me, I know what it's like to have people who are so huge fanboys of certain people, and I'd love to, worship the ground the developers are on. Trust me, I'm trying to develop right now. I know both sides. I've been there. I've seen it. It's not a big deal. It's like, okay. I see the fanboys that are out there and then being accused. Oh, you guys are all a bunch of fans. No, they're not. Most of the people knock trains all the time. I'm going back to this other troll, and I call him a troll. He started the whole thing, and then he started trolling everybody who was trying to help him. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? And I said, and he's going on and throwing lawsuits, or saying he's gonna sue TrainSim, and yet I do a little search for it, and he's still using the friggin' forum for his own purposes today. You're yapping about actually. Put it this way: if I was Nels, I would have kicked his ass off that forum right then and there. I would have said, "Screw you, get lost, goodbye." And if you wanted to go try to start a lawsuit, have fun. You don't get access to a forum. Do you know how many people get kicked off of YouTube? I mean, if the president of the a former president of the United States can be taken out of a social media platform and all deplatformed and canceled and all this other horse shit, people that get canceled for the most ridiculous shit all the time, you think little old you that gets kicked off or has messages deleted from the forum, you think you're that big of a fish? You're meaningless to them. You're not even a tadpole in the big pond. Get a load of yourself. I mean, do I think I'm that big to do that? I say, oh yeah, I'll start a video. I got 500 subscribers. I'm nothing. 500 subscribers is nothing. Okay? But I appreciate the 500 subscribers I have. So I talk very favorably. I'm proud of the fact I'm there. Do I believe 500 people are following me all the time? No. I'm subscribed to a bunch of people and I haven't watched videos in there for years. So trust me, I don't take that it doesn't go to my head. I know 500 people aren't going to be watching everything I say and be on, they don't have their bell notification on. They're not, it's like, whatever. People need to get a grip with themselves and understand what exactly, and thanks for the like, I always appreciate it, but people need to get a grip and a reality on what they are in the big picture. And if you're going on, some people say, oh yeah, but Sean, you're letting the trolls affect you because you're talking about it tonight. No, I'm venting, and I'm making it entertaining. And possibly, who knows, maybe there's a little bit of wisdom, maybe there's a little bit of entertainment. I have no freaking clue. It's a Friday night. I was working on my project last night and it didn't save. So that's how I deal with trolls and people and all this other nonsense. People don't know how to deal with people. They think, and I'm not, this is crazy. This is coming from a guy who's not very social. I'm an introvert. I'm not extrovert. And yet I can talk online like I am an extrovert. I'm an introvert. People think, you're an introvert? Yeah, I'm an introvert. I get along with everybody at the office. I talk to them. I have fun with them. I'm an introvert. I don't have that many friends. So I get a lot of my friendship and a lot of my contacts through online. And some of the people who follow me, I consider a lot of my online friends. Yeah, I have a couple close personal friends, but I don't have a massive following of real people in real life. That's the other thing too. People get hung up on, oh yeah, I got 500 followers. I got this. Ooh, I got so many subscribers and blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, that's great. You got that many people online. How many of them do you know? How many of them do you consider friends? And I can say I have a few. Do I know them? Do I know them personally? Have I met them? No, but have we shared a stream together? Have we talked? In this day of age, yeah, you're going to get some friendships from far and wide from people you've never actually met in person. I've also met people in person through RTS. Mike over the river from me, on a locked border right now where I couldn't go across. I mean, he's got a girlfriend. He kind of moved on from Run 8. But you know, we exchanged an email. I think earlier this year, maybe late last year. Yeah, I know he's got a girlfriend, and I think his position or work was changing or something. I think he might be moving up to Rochester. I'm not really sure what's happened. And I'm not talking about Mike. There's a Mike I also knew from Beamsville, which I knew from school, who started following me, and he's got some interesting wisdom as well. And we exchanged a lot. I mean, we've gone through some of the same things, oddly enough, so we can relate to each other. So yeah, and these are people that I knew personally before I ever knew them online. So it works both ways. But people need to know how to deal with people. I can be an introvert. I know how to deal with people. And I know how to, try to diffuse a situation, try to say, hey, listen, I'm trying to help you out. I'm not trying to say you can't. You do whatever the hell you want to do. But offering advice to total strangers, I don't mind doing that. I want to help people. I want to be able to help people. And you're just a troll. It's like, yeah, I'm a troll. I'm a troll because I replied to your message that said you were going to go after a company in the middle of this whole giant pandemic where you cannot believe how much legal. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to see my lawyer in a week's time because there's so much crap going on right now. But again, it goes back to things you can control and things you can't control. Am I going to lose sleep over the fact that I can't do it? No. Can I do some of my own research? Damn right I can. Done a lot of it in the time. I could have took this time tonight. Instead, what I care about? I cared about connecting with my base. I cared about something that was on my mind. I cared about, venting a little bit, trying to be entertaining. So, I had a Friday night. Hey, fell asleep while my son was playing video games tonight. He's upstairs. We got a long weekend. A long weekend in a quote-unquote pandemic here. Whatever the hell you call it. The numbers don't show that there's a pandemic. But anyways, don't get me started on that. So, wow. Very nice. Yeah, 3 people. Some people are like, oh, you only got 3 people. I'm like, yeah, I got 3 people. So what? Sometimes I'm talking to no people. They'll watch later. Ah, man. Anyways, that's all I wanted to rant about. I'm going to talk about a few other things. So now you just start from scratch. Did I say? Yeah, I showed you the image. Okay, enough of the images. Enough of what it was like. I can't remember the yeah, okay. So that's that image. So yeah, I haven't been doing much as far as the programming side of things. I'm actually setting up these properties. So, I mean, I guess the cat's out of the bag. I wasn't going to say anything at first. I was going to keep it a secret. I was like, who cares? And it's like, then you start worrying about what people think. Oh, that's the other one. Worrying about what people think. Oh, boy. I will say this much. You do have to be aware of what people think. You do have to be aware of your image. To a certain degree. And I especially know that because I'm entering the realm as a developer again. And I'm considering... I'm considering all things are on the table right now. I am considering to keep pushing forward and eventually sell my first piece of software. It was not my first piece of software, but my first commercially piece of software. I think I've on a good concept to start. I think this is something. And I mean, this is something that I've been able to mold. I've had several projects. I've had projects that I've started and failed. I was how many times I've failed. That's the other thing too. People get worried about failure. Who cares? Learning from your mistakes is probably one of the best lessons you'll ever make. And the more you do it, the more times you fall, the more you learn. I'm 49 now. You think, and trust me, I know damn well I got a long ways to go. I hope to live to 100, if I'm lucky. If I don't, well, I ain't gonna care about it at one point anyways. So let's see here. Let's delete all these. So all these spears, okay. So these are all part of the hierarchy. They actually act as objects. They can be interacted through the code as well, which they will be. But I'm basically doing these as placeholders right now. Just trying to set up the image to where it is similar to what Israel trying to sue you. I was thinking about him last week. No. Nobody's trying to sue me. Ralph is not trying to sue me. Oh, that's awesome, Quincy. Oh, that made my night. Jesus. Holy crap. Oh, no, I'm actually I may be suing a couple people. So well, I actually no, somebody may be suing me. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but at least one is I may be suing somebody else, or at least put it this way: I'm getting legal advice on both fronts. I'm fighting a defensive front, and I'm also fighting an offensive front. Both of them are defensive, which is kind of weird. They're both defensive mechanisms. I'm not doing it for money. I'm not doing it for anything. So, on one case, I might be sued. On another case, I may sue somebody. And yeah, it is what it is. And I already kind of talked about it. It's got to do with this wonderful situation we're in this world right now. Can I have my image back? Yeah. Oh, I already had that open. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I got my image up here. Perfect. Okay, I like this too. I like this angle. That looks so much better. Okay. Ooh, I can zoom in without it. Holy crap! Ooh, wow. Okay, that's even better. So, I don't want to zoom anymore. That's good enough for me. No. I want to zoom out. I want to zoom out. How do I zoom out? Oh. Well, that's... Duh. I'm just trying to... Don't worry, I'm just trying to figure out how to use my computer. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah. Yeah, stupid center wheel on my mouse. One of these days. I buy all kinds of other crap. You think I would be able to buy just a mouse, and I at least I know how to do it now. As far as fix the issue, like real quick, instead of the center button is, and people probably have this issue with the center button with the wheels. It's very common actually. Most people end up replacing the wheels. There's a way you can get inside it and tear it apart and clean it up, but I guess I'm either too lazy or too non-mechanically inclined to give a rat's ass. But yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. So I love this image. I'm gonna save this image if I haven't done so already. That is an awesome image. Can I save this? Oh, yeah, I'd save it right here. Open image. Oh, save image as. Perfect. Let's put this on my desktop. Let's fill up my desktop again with crap. Alright. So this is a CTC panel. Looks fabulous. This will be my my go-to. So how the CTC panels work, for those that don't know, they this is an older technology, and oddly enough, I'm going to be using this older technology in a modern situation. And the only reason why I'm doing that is I don't have enough data, historically speaking, to be able to go back and accurately model or represent the area that I live in and the areas surrounding. So what I'm working on right now, and I have been working on this for several weeks actually, in one form or another. Now I know it doesn't look like much right now. I've been playing with different methods and what have you, but so this is these are the stations for the Grimsby sub that go from Hamilton to Clifton at Niagara Falls. This actually would join in and gets into the Stanford sub. This continues to it says Blackrock there. Actually, that's got the Stanford numbers on there. That's a combination of the Stanford and Grimsby. So what I did was I eventually added this third panel. Now this is way too big. I should find the life-size image of a person and throw that in there to represent it. So I might even do that tonight, actually, now that I think about it. So if I go into let's go into the asset store real quick here. I know it's here. Windows, blah, 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 asset store. Yep. Yeah, I recently discovered the asset store and then realized, okay, well, you know, I can use a lot of these for commercial products, blah, blah, blah. This one I'm just using as a, it's a person. And we want the free assets. Well, we got 67 of them. Mini first person control. Okay, no. How about mail? Mail. Yeah, we'll just use the word mail. First person lover. What the hell? Fighter pack bundle. Oh, poly metal. Yeah, I'm gonna be a medieval peasant. Man in the suit. Okay, does he look right? Quick look. Oh, no. I don't want a YouTube video. Mechanism ready. Standard unit. Asset store. Okay. Okay, add to my assets, yes. Yeah, okay, good. Add it to my assets. Go to my assets and add label. Cool. Do I have him now? Man in a suit. I hope he actually came in, but I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Assets. Yeah, I don't know if it's a 3D pad. Bleh, whatever. Game object. What's a ragdoll? 3D text. Okay, where is my assets? Import. Oh, okay. I gotta do it with the package. I can't use it with these stupid things. Oh, this is 26. I gotta get rid of that. I have got to get rid of that. I don't think the 2016s are going to be working anymore. 3D. Okay, there are way too many. Templates, tools, add-ons. Yeah, that's the latest version, 1.1. I don't want that. Everyday motion pack free. Earth Modge. Simple face. Can I have... What does that have to do with mail? It's a melee. Jesus. Male person. Male person? Adventurer Blake. Who are you? I really don't want him taking over. He's for 1.02. Latest version? Or maybe he's... I don't know. I have actually added a bunch of assets. Warrior Pack Bundle. Free sample. Distant lands now with hands. Okay, I don't know. Maybe some of these older ones will work fine, but I like the man in the suit better. Ah, well. Whatever. I'm wasting too much time on that. So I ain't gonna worry about it right now. But I added these were all assets that I added here. These little desk things, and I had the little filing unit. You know, will I use it in the end? I don't know. But since I was stumbling for the longest time as far as creating assets, and you know, my son can't figure out what do you call it, Blender, just like me. I can figure out this. I know what the hell I'm doing in this. Well, yeah, it really looks like I know what the hell I'm doing. But anyways, yeah. Where are we at here? We'll keep spear number 8. Let's get rid of the rest of these. And yeah, that takes care of that. It's 11:03 right now. So I'm trying to figure out how much time I want it. So I have a few I forgot the crossover at Port Robinson East. These weren't lining up. So what I was doing, let me just check my let's forget the asset store for now. Nice image as always. Nice to be there. Yeah, see, I put too many people to sleep now. So what this basically does is these materials all go into here. When the materials go into here, you can code it so that you can change the materials. So what I have, let me move one over here. I'm going to copy that, and hopefully this is the one that's not sticking out of the wall. That is too. I fixed that the other day. Okay. So how about we delete you? So see, these are just sticking in the air. It's hard to tell sometimes, but they are. They're the only way to really tell is by, let's turn the green light on, and you can see the way that the ball is. Oh crap. Do I want to do that? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I hit the wrong one. So it's important to get this position the way you want it, right? So, yeah, maybe that's right. It's a full circle. Yeah, that's what you want it as. It's hard to see when you've got it right against the freaking wall. Now this is a primitive. That's a spear. But it, for now, until I can get the proper bulb in. So what happens is, this is the, when I have it like this, this will count for as a stand-in, or what I guess they call the word stand-in or something like that. Or placeholders, I guess, is the developmental term. So these are all rivets that can be knocked out. Every universal, whatever it's called. Oh, allergies are bugging me. My brain isn't working. Trying to think of what unit switch and signal CTC dispatcher panel. So all of these right here can get knocked out, and the components can get installed. They all come prefabricated like this. So it's really cool that they are fabricated. That's the other. Oddly enough, I use the word fabricate. I can actually create a I can actually fabricate this design, and then just take the whole thing and move it over, which I may do. I might just do it that way and just prefab it, and then then I can move it over a lot easier. But we'll see. Did that again. Okay, so now I keep focusing in on this. So what happens? And judging by, I'm not too sure the top light, I believe that's a lock switch. Yeah. So they're locked. They're locked when a signal is, when they say left and right. So when you look at the numbers here, this is how CTC panel works. And I don't know everything on this panel. There's a few. There's a slide. Oh, there's a rock slide detector. I just noticed that. That's neat when you zoom in and you actually see these things. So that's an E. The white's a little bit off of them. Every one of these names is the name of the control point, and you generally use red inside what they call an OS section, which is what this is. This is something that I've known for years. I've known this for 30 years, this knowledge here. And the reason why I can safely say that is because I was designing something like this for a Commodore 64. So this brings back a lot of familiarity. It brings back something I've always wanted to do on a much broader scale, but for me it was just a hobby back then, and I was just learning programming. Now I've got the knowledge behind me, and yeah, I'm going to be using a language I'm not too familiar, and even a game engine I'm not too familiar, but it's going to look a hell of a lot more cool and operate a lot neater, I think, too. So the traffic lever here is for ongoing traffic to the territory, I believe. So you have westbound, eastbound. it's nothing's lit up, as in cleared, as in there's no signal happening right now. I believe these are the towers. The station numbers, like talking mileage wise, I would imagine. I believe those are the call, like the letter C. So when somebody calls on the radio, that tower's lighting up on the panel. You got a hotbox detector alarm up there. Yeah, so you got the rest. There's an office. So here's how it works. I can tell you just by looking at this right now. So you have eastbound traffic here. I'm not too sure what that guy in the siding is. He's probably not lit up, so he's probably inconsequential. No, he wasn't lit up at down by Shasta. But if we go over here and you see what's happening here between, say, tower up to I should say about Sagehen by the looks of it, you have a train, an eastbound train here that's moving, and he's coming up to switch number 17 and signal 18R. Now these aren't the real signals in the field. These are the CTC signal IDs, and they apply to what's on the panel here. So all you need to know, by looking at this, I can tell you right now, you have your switches, normal, reverse. So let's go down the line here and see if there's anything in a reverse. That's not a reverse, that's traffic right. Different scenario. I don't see any reverse switches whatsoever. A lot of dispatchers will throw them back to normal. I kind of wanted to see it. From what I can tell, that's that's interesting too, because that has the switch. This light is indicating it's reversed. So switch number 19 and switch 17 is reversed, which is interesting, because what's happening is this train is actually headed into the siding. And you might say he's actually heading into the siding and heading out the siding, according to what I see here. It has nothing to do with the handle of the switch. It has to do what was last coded. And the code button is down here. These are the code buttons that execute. So when a dispatcher says the signal's on request, he hits a code which goes through the code line in the field, and the relays all do their thing, and boom, and you get yourself a light. So that signal, he's actually lit in and out of that signal. So 20R over here, you can see by this light here, it's on, and the switch is locked. So it's locked in the reverse position. If this was normal, that thing would be on, as far as I'm aware. Why they would have him come in and out of the siding when nothing's there, I don't know. Maybe that track has some type of issue going on. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it's a demonstration, but that's what that's about. I didn't realize that until I went in there. I was just like, well, wait a minute. Yeah, that's reversed. Everything is, and this light here means that the switch is locked. So you can't throw the switch where the train is in that control point right there. You cannot throw that switch, which is why that's locked. I'm not too sure why that goes out. That's an interesting one. I'm not sure, because the train is on it, so it's totally locked out, or that's just to indicate, because everything outside it is fine, but for some reason it's not showing a light that it's normal or reverse. But I guess it's because the train's gone through. Nothing can change now. You cannot execute a code. You can't do nothing with it, because that train is in there. The signals drop to red Does he have a signal arm going? See, now the signal arm, he's got it returned every time. So this dispatcher returns the arms to normal or center. Oh, he does this one. He didn't. So he's got this one, but the signal is currently set to center, which is off. So at some point, signal 56 was given a light, probably to this guy here, although they're not doing anything with him. And switch number 57 is reversed, wherever that is. Okay, yeah. So this is already reversed. It's not locked because he's past the OS section. So you could tell the last thing that happened here probably was, you don't know for sure because there's no direction to travel here. I can't see the direction beyond there. So hard to say. I'm not too sure about these. These could be the heaters. I can't tell if those switch heaters or not. I'll find out. Hard to say. They could be the switch heaters or they could be the alarms. I'm not worried about simulating switch heaters personally, so I will go with an alarm because I think I saw it up here. Yeah, these are the alarms. So what happens with the alarms are anytime the OS changes or goes from off to on, all of a sudden you'll hear it, just like the normal, usually it can be a buzzer, but usually it sounds like, I don't know what the hell, it's just the little bells where you push a little button on the counter, like ding, something like that. And my voice sounds really bad. I don't know what kind of bells they are. You just freaking, you take your hand and you tap it, and it goes ding. That's usually the sound we'll make on the CTC machine, and that's what that's set up. And that the whole purpose of the alarm is to get the dispatcher or operator, if this was an operator's position. Okay, he's got a volume knob here. That's interesting. Oh, those are for the phone lines. So he's got phone lines to the various locations. Blah blah blah. I don't know what other. Oh, he's got this pencil. He's got his train sheet down here. Can't really read anything else on there. I can see his. His code control system, indicator code, control code. Okay, so for approach lighting, push in. Approach lighting. Oh, that's interesting. So he can set up the CP and Q railroad. Interesting. So that's switch 49. You get switch 49 and switch 51. So there's an extra switch without a signal. And that's all on 52. So however it's lined up to go through this control point, signal 52 controls is the control signal, but the switches are 49 and 51. I believe that is just the bolt that has it in on the center position here. Don't know for sure. I mean, this is one of the better images I've seen, quite frankly. Ute Junction, there's any other interesting things here. So what happens is, I know from looking at here, he is cleared in and out of the siding. He is not cleared past, he's not cleared in and out of the siding. Let me correct that. 20, he's cleared in and out of the siding. Yes, he is. and he is got a clear signal at 24, so he's cleared even beyond here. Is he cleared down the main? No. He's cleared back into the siding again because it's red. And it's locked. Locked in line for the siding. Anything past that? No. No signals. Switches. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Better correct that there. So he's into the siding. He's on the siding. Signal 32 has a clear signal. Switch 31 is reversed. So he is set to come here, and he's set to go back there because these are all lock switches. Signal 30 is in the stop indication. Signal 32. So this one is in stop indication, and this one is set for direction of movement to the right. I'm just wondering if there's an eastbound. Oh, I see. This is only for okay. Here's why this is important. This is an intermediate signal. I'm not too sure why that color looks different, but I believe it's supposed to be yellow. Maybe it's a different color on the approaches. I have no idea, but that's not part of the control point, so it shouldn't be red. These two are red. I believe those are supposed to be amber. And what's important about these is the way the intermediates act. You can only have one direction by CTC going in from a control point from one end or the other. So this is what this east-west light thing is. The reason why you don't have it this far on this single track point past iron point. So okay, we know he's set on signal 32, I believe. Yeah, 32. He's set right. He even has a signal at 38, which is set to normal. So this goes to show right now that sometimes he can have a normal. So he's set to go through signal 38 on normal track. Normal switch is 37, 39. Yeah, and he's 38, so he's lit down here. So we know he's lit up to iron point. What about iron point? 44. Nothing. And this one, you notice this is off because the switch is not locked. The dispatcher has total control over that switch, can do whatever he wants, and that is pretty cool. Time links, store mode, hours, scale. Man, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. I honestly do not know if this is to me this looks like a prototype board. I don't know if it's in a model application or what. I should look into it. Looking at this, I would suggest this is probably hooked up to something in somebody's home, and it looks really cool. Model railroad, or possibly a computer simulation or something. This just doesn't. I mean, it could be. See, that looks more. Oh, is that the same one? Is that the older image right there? I think it is. Let me see that for a second. I think that's it. I could be wrong. Looks like it. Maybe. Maybe not. Hard to tell. Yeah, I think it is. Could be wrong. Ah, shoot. No, I screwed up. What's this up here? U.S. Department of Transportation Certificate of Operation. Oh, damn, this is looking pretty legit to me. core power or whatever. Oh, protein shakes. They look kind of modern, though. I don't know if they had protein shakes. But then again, who knows? Somebody's glasses, I think. Fun stuff. So, yeah, anyways. I was going to work on this originally, but now I just like, yeah. So, Control S. You got to hit Control S. If you don't hit Control S, that little star that's there, you close out of it, everything gets disappears. So at least I got it down there. So, no, I haven't caught up because I can't work and talk at the same time. But that's the way it is. So, I'm going to exit out of this right now. It's getting late enough as it is. But yeah, I was doing the overhead thing. It was too. I wanted to build a 3D simulator so much after those images that I just lost. It was like doing it 2D in Niagara. No, forget it. Thing about a dispatcher's role, it's totally different, especially if you give yourself more territory. Like my son was saying tonight, I said, well, you can give yourself more territory. I said, yeah, I know. If it's that boring, I will. The cool thing about it, though, let me just cheat real quick here. And I did this the other night. This is what it's on. Let me go back into my thing. Yeah, I've lost people. It's getting late. Late in the east, anyways. I'm going to end this in a few minutes. I just want to take a quick peek at what's going on in ATCS. So this is what this is the territory I plan on.
Robinson East.
What's happening tonight? Okay. So the territory that I was showing in my image was this part here up to Clifton to Black Rock, which is here. So this is the Stanford subdivision. These are all switching features right now. Port Robinson, something's in the yard there. That is, I'm not too sure. Probably an eastbound, going into Buffalo, New York, and so yeah, that's what's happening at this time of night. Stanford's actually, it was probably busier about half an hour ago. They probably had a couple meets. This probably, if I'm not mistaken, is 5:39. I think that's the number. I believe that's, yeah, see, he just disappeared. So, yeah, 5:39 probably came out of Port Robinson, and 5:30 is in Port Robinson right now. And, he's finishing up his train, and then he'll come back in the middle of the night from Buffalo as 5:38, I believe. And then he'll build the 422 for the next day. And 422 will sit here by the time I wake up in the morning, or if I sleep in, I ain't going to give a rat's ass. But he'll be sitting past the control point. He'll probably be about 2 miles down. Over here, we have got the Stanford sub. Or not the Stanford, the Grimsby sub. So the Grimsby stub runs right here. We've got the Welland Ship Canal, the Seaway. It's in use by Seaway right now. The plant's locked south. Nothing's happening. I mean, yeah, I have stuff in Hamilton. This is usually the switcher in Hamilton. There's a guy that comes out here too that I gotta watch. I believe it's 555. So 555 is the, I think that's the number. I gotta look that up again. That's the yard switcher out of Hamilton that works at Grimsby sub and in and around the Hamilton area. But he comes out. There's a few industries in this area. Eventually I'll have to log these movements again. eastbound coming out of Kamoka, so he's on the Strathroy sub. Here it begins as a Dundas sub. This is where I am going to run it to, is Lihu. I don't know where the desk ends, but for me, having Lihu... Okay, we got an eastbound too. This one isn't reporting, so I can tell right now we got got a westbound that just passed the diamond at Karoo. Eastbound headed through Karoo. This is the OSR short line, former CP line. Diamond. Now I've got a westbound. Look, see, westbound's lit up. It gets pretty busy, especially the Stanford. Niagara gets really busy. They have the busy times are the early morning hours before noon at least. Once it gets up to noon, it usually goes pretty dead for a while, and then they just switch the yard. Yeah, he's all of a sudden he's switching at this end. He might be putting his power around. I have no idea. Could still be. In fact, that could be. It could be a late 5. That could be a late 5:30 coming back, and that could be 5. I don't know. That could have been a CP train for all I know. That's the other thing. Getting CP trains coming in and off here, so it's a fun territory, and I know doing it as a CTC machine is not prototypical. They use computers now. I just think they're cool, and I think it's neat to do something because I haven't seen it done. And the logic's pretty simple on these things. They're not that hard. They're not too hard to do the logic on them. So I'm like, as far as all this logic is concerned, it's just a matter of. I mean, in fact, I have worked on prototypical or not prototypical model CTC OS sections, and it's just a matter of what they used back then was OR and relays and OR and circuits. So the OR and or not circuits, those are all logic circuits, and OR and or not is also logic functions in programming. So depending upon the condition. So, for example, and I know I'm getting back into the whole thing as far as how these work. That little single track section right here, you cannot line signal 124 west into a left condition. You just cannot line it. It will not allow you. One, you already have it locked, lined against it. There's usually timeout procedures to cancel a signal, but you cannot line that signal when there is a train lined up. If a train is in this block and he gets the signal 20 to go back, this would change to a westbound direction, and it'll only change to a westbound direction if he's in the block or or there is no signal clear through it. So this not only controls the possibility of head-on collisions, because if you get a signal at 20R and you got a signal at 24, lit up, well, if these guys leave at the same time and they meet at this signal, you're going to get a head-on collision. You can't do it. So the CTC protects single-track sections by doing that. It protects, it makes sure that all lines have a direction of travel. You're only lit to so far. So when you have automatic signals like this one, this is where this relay takes. So it's a west-east relay, and each single-track section, and it works the same way today. It just does it with computers. So you have those single-track sections. They all have. You can see they all have that little light up there. That is a protection relay, and the traffic lever here, I believe, is probably has to do, considering he's at number 3 there. he's at the end of he's coming to the end of his board. So, and notice too, excuse me. Notice too how this one would have been 9, and it's not. There's no 9 switch. There's no 10 signal. There's no toggles. There's no nothing. So these are, not only are they fabricated when Union Switch and Signal, makes different models that are out there, but they're all set up the same way. They can have, you can have a 100 switch board or anything like that. I judging by this, I would say that this is probably the end of his board. When it says to Denver, I would say at that point, everything is pretty much, yeah, because that's the right, and then there's track times there. I'd love to see that. Yeah. It's a very, very, very cool prototype board. I'm going to be going a little bit further control point wise. So this one is capable of 30 indicators, or not 30 indicators. It's 30 controls. I'll get it right. So 30 controls, if I'm looking at this one here, I need a minimum. And you can do it with a control like beside each other type thing. I'm looking at, you need, I can tell you right now. So there'd be one here. There's a what do you call it? I might even need 2, because it's a swing bridge there. You don't see it, but it's there. Black Rock Canal's right there. Well, Niagara River is right there, but then the Black Rock Canal is on the, I think it's that one. That seems to be automatic for some reason. I don't know why that signals like that, but whatever. I think from here it goes into, at Black Rock it goes, that's right. At Black Rock it goes into, CSX territory. So that's mile 0. You get a signal here, you're basically getting the signal of CSX, aren't you? So that's the only way a CN will allow it across. I'm going to have telephones so you can communicate with the various yard offices and the other railroads to connect as well. So I'll have connection with the phone to CSX, connection with the other yards, have communications as well. But control point wise, I'm looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is not even counting switches. 14, 15, 16. Like that takes 2 switches. 17, 18, 19, and then down here, which is separate. These aren't even connected, but I'm gonna do it that way. So you'll never see a train come down here to here, for example. 2 different subdivisions, but I like it anyways. 23, 5. It's close enough. Copetown West and CB Hamilton, they run into Bayview Junction. 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So that's, yeah, that's close to it. I would have to say that what I'm probably looking at is, if that does 16, I could probably do 16, 32, 42, 48. I could probably get away with, I'll see if I can do 50. I'm gonna have to write it out on some graph paper. I think that's the best bet. Redesign the panel slightly. I'm talking about the one that I'm working on. And then see how it goes, because I kind of like this better anyways. I like it. You know, that's basically I only have to turn my head a little bit, or I can stand back further and see everything in action. I think that's kind of cool, and it doesn't have to be the whole room. So, I mean, that looks cool, but you know, have whatever I want behind me. I don't care. I mean, have the ceiling, have the walls. I think it looks cool that way. So, and yeah, I'll have the phone. I'll have the other things. Maybe a water cooler. Who knows? So, that's fun. And it's going to take me a long time to do, even though it's not that hard to do. You know, it'll be ready when it's ready, as they say, as they like to say. But, yeah. Anyways, working CTC on the Utah, Colorado, and Western. Okay, so this is a working CTC panel on that. Love the effort put into the details, etchings, and switches. Actually, relay sounds that you could play if you wanted to. It's not a. It's actually from an old railroad. Yep. Yeah, I want to view this discussion. Not some real railroad. Oh, where'd it go? I don't know where it went to. I mean, they were talking about model railroad stuff, but it's gone. That's cool. So some of the fun stuff you can see on the internet. Okay, guys, that's it. It's getting really late, and I'm losing people, including my own brain. So, wow, that lasts longer. Good way to spend a Friday night. Anyways, have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you later. Take care.